Hello everybody, here comes a quick description of our trip to Standing Indian as shown on the map. So I think it will be helpful for people who want to do a similar trip themselves, and I might get to this description in a few years to refresh my memories. Alright, so looking on the map, what we did, we started here. I don't think there is, I mean, it's just basically a Timber Ridge trailhead. So it's a trailhead for Timber Ridge Trail. And we took it up to the AT. Then we turned right as we went, and then we walked for about 6 more miles to get to Standing Indian. So on this map you can see these markings. So these are for water sources. This time as we came here, most of the water sources were pretty weak. Kimberley Creek was actually pretty good. It's like it's a good strong creek where you can get water, and it seems like it never goes out, and you can even wash up there if you'd like to. But everything else, in particular this water source, which I remember using when the weather, I mean, it wasn't that dry, it was just pretty much useless. So we pushed to Standing Indian, and we were lucky to actually find water here. So a word of caution, don't get on this trail looking for water. Make sure you go far enough to get to this small trail, and it will take you to water. This is where you see some campsites. You don't want them. You just want a small trail with no campsites around, and this is where it is. So going from the top of Standing Indian as we did, just keep left, and then you'll get right there. Okay, and if you watched my main video, which I'm thinking about keeping separate, even though I might just combine these two, then you will see how we got water there, which was a bit of a challenge, but still wasn't too bad. All right, and then speaking of finding the trail in the beginning, that was a bit of a challenge as well. So just be confident, go down from parking lot and cross the bridge, and then turn left and keep looking on your right, and you will see it. It might not look too clear, but if you get on it, in a minute or so, you will get on a trail that looks pretty clear, and there is no doubt about being where you want to be. Because we were not so sure, so we actually got on this trail, which supposed to take you to Big Laurel Falls, but then we found Timber Ridge Trail in the end, and it was okay. Okay, another thing, actually a couple of things. Next time I'm planning to do a 2-nighter, because in fact our schedule is such so that we don't want on our last day, we want to get out of the woods early enough. So for that we can pretty much spend 2 nights instead of 1, but get out early on the day of departure. So we will do the same thing, and on our second day go back, but instead of turning left and getting back to our cars, we will just keep going until we get to Carter Gap, camp here, and then next day we'll get out on Timber Ridge Trail, and it should take us maybe a couple of hours, if that much. And another thing I wanted to mention is this Patterson Gap Trail, as I call it, because I don't know any other names for this trail. I found it on the map. I saw it on the map like several years ago and started looking for it, and actually it took me a while. As you can see, this tracks my attempts to find it, so I didn't get it right away, but eventually I did, and this is where it is. You can see I've been here a number of times because these are all like recordings which make a thick track here. And the main advantage of this trail is it's being on the southern side of the area. So it saves you like good 25-30 minutes to get here if you're going from Atlanta area. The problem with it, it's not being used very often and it tends to overgrow, and apparently no one takes good care of it. So the last time I was there, it was pretty overgrown, so I kind of gave up on using this trail, which is a shame. So I think one day we probably should get there and spend the day doing trail maintenance and just get this nice trail back to use. All right, this is it for now. I hope you found it useful and maybe even entertaining.